Today, I'm sensing a very divine masculine energy. However, that doesn't mean that this isn't also associated with a female. Our oracle card here is the witch, the earthly weaver of the worlds. Okay, so originally, witch referred to a wise person, a magical person, someone who used their intuitive abilities, talents, and skills in order to weave the community together. But unfortunately, due to the nature of this person's gifts and talents and intuitive powers, they have developed or acquired some haters, and haters that will mess things up for them in their life. And the major theme of this reading is to leave the social networks and people behind you who are aiming to cause you problems, to suppress your abilities and talents, and who are rejecting those abilities and talents. And to look at this in further detail, we have the Ten of Crypts here. Beautiful card from my beautiful monster tarots for the Halloween season. And from this, I'm sensing that we have somebody in the collective who's very protective over the people that they love. They want to help people. They've learned a lot of lessons in their life from their own betrayals and traumatic experiences. They're very honest. They believe in justice and being fair. They want to see everyone treated equally. This is somebody in the collective that's strong. They have a lot of mental fortitude. They are determined and independent. They can be extremely sensitive, but yet they are capable of putting on their armor and being very combative for the right causes. Um, what else am I sensing from this person? Right now, the biggest that their heart chakra is an important aspect of this reading, whether it relates to heart issues or just issues concerning love and emotions. So we have somebody here who values family. But there's a little catch to this scenario here. They have been forced to walk away from an emotional situation or what they deemed as being family. And it might not be biological family, but it might be friends and associates. So the Eight of Crypts is associated with the Eight of Cups in the Rider Waite Tarot. You see somebody walking away from cups, and here you see that the cup is broken. And I'm getting the sensation here that somebody, when I ask the cards what's going on, somebody with the Two of Spades has been involved with an argument, a conflict, a disagreement, and they're feeling betrayed. There's some resentment and there is some bad news. There's some type of grudge here. And in combination with the Three of Diamonds, I see that there is restriction here. So there's restricted movement. And when you have somebody here who's extremely honest, they're wise, they've learned from the lessons of their past, and they care and wish to protect those that they love, but yet they have to move out of a situation because there's conflict, they might become depressed and anxious and really confused over what it is that they're, why they're walking away. So in this situation, this person was feeling really burned out. They're a hard worker, and as you can see, the children at the bottom, they are willing to do whatever it takes in order to look after those that they love. But there's fire around them. There is stress. There's a lot of buzzy communication, and something isn't working out here. And what's not working out again is they've got people in their surrounding who don't care about them and actually gain satisfaction watching them suffer, watching them burn out, watching them get destroyed, watching bad things happen to them. And this is not exactly conducive to a loving family or friend environment. The people around them don't really give a shit about their burdens and what they take on. If anything, they feel resentment towards them for being right most of the time. So this person is starting to feel very anxious, stressed out, insecure about their objectives, and they're starting to feel very resentful and upset. And you got to really watch out for somebody like that pertains to this reading, because they're really nice, but if they're provoked, they can become very angry and they can lash out and become very just not something you're used to. And in this situation, the situation is calling for a big transformation. There is a need for change for this person. And they do that by walking away. And when they walk away, they've got to be very, very, very careful here, because this is also a person that when they are imbalanced, when they become imbalanced and they've been dealing with betrayal, depression, insecurity, and confusion, their walls go up really fast. And all of a sudden they go from being a loving, wonderful, open person with an open heart chakra to a closed off heart chakra, where they become very resentful and cold hearted. And this person is going to start struggling with this oppressive personality and this militant behavior. And they've got to remember that although they feel as if they've been hurt and they've got the ability to be cold as ice, they have to, in their rational, clear minded, calculating abilities, still be in touch with the more humane aspects of life, because this person is truly gifted. They are gifted and they are capable of weaving people together. And something's happened here and they don't want to do that. They're becoming very angry and they start dictating. So they have to struggle against that, because really they have a lot of opportunities in front of them. This situation is going to result in a Four of Candles moment for them, or a Four of Wands moment. Their hard work and their dedication brings success, and it may feel like that success has come after a long period of turmoil, but it still comes. And it takes the nature of, new agreements, new contracts, new business arrangements, possibly even a marital arrangement with the Ace of Clubs here. This Ace of Clubs is going to be different than the Ace of Wands and Tarot, but regardless, a long time ago, people looked at marriage as a contract. So when the Ace of Clubs appears with the Four of Wands here, you're seeing that there might be possibly a marriage. So this person who values family walks away from a situation within that family network because they're being overworked here and they're being underappreciated. And what I might even sense is that this person is a connector of family members, because you see the 10 of Crypts in this reading at the beginning with the family aspect here. So it might be somebody within the family that's causing a lot of disruption, but they still manage to move forward anyways in the Four of Wands. And you see all these new arrangements being made, possible legal arrangements. And with the King of Swords also in the midst, you might have legal issues that are being sorted out. So you got to be compassionate when drawing out the legal parameters of whatever new arrangement it is that you're moving into, because there's big money coming, there's big foundation, there is freedom from financial worry, wealth, and this is all going to happen rather fast as soon as you detach and walk away from those members of your community that are aiming to destroy you and all the gifts that you have to offer. And that is your reading with Madame Sarkany, Sarkany.